So I'll run you through some of the colours and the products from DNA Paints which we'll be applying over that race car. Okay, so we have our HS primer mixed at 4:1:1. That's in here all ready to start being painted. We've got our silver flare metallic base coat which gets mixed with obviously the base coat reducer. We have a FX Intercoat which gets mixed 1:1 with the base coat reducer, which is what our metal flake is going to be getting put into. We then have our Candy Colors Dragonfly, which gets mixed 1:1 with the Candy Medium Reducer. We also have the Diamond Clear, which gets mixed with the FX Hardener Medium and the Medium Reducer. Now I'm going to switch this out for a slow. I prefer to use the slow with the Diamond Clear. I like to get it all nice and glassy and wet and I find that, not that the medium doesn't do that, it certainly does, but I just prefer to use the slow. And there's also a fast option. If people are painting in really cold temperatures, you can change that out for a fast reducer if you wish. So let's throw the primer in the gun and we'll start applying it on the race car. We'll go 1:1. So we'll put in, say, I don't know, we'll go 250 mil of the binder, well the Intercoat, and then base coat reducer, we'll take that up to 500. So there's our 1:1, 250 and 250. Now when it comes to metal flake, it's all down to personal preference at the end of the day. Now, I know what kind of look I need to try and get, so it's just a matter of putting enough metal flake in, not too much, but putting enough in and then control the amount that's going on with the spray gun. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be plenty. I love flake. Only problem is it gets everywhere, especially a 50 micron flake like this one. So we've got 4 in there. Just give that a stir up. Now the beauty about this is you can paint it out of a 1.3 mil spray gun with no dramas whatsoever. So I'll need to go find my 1.3 mil spray gun. I think it's in the booth still. We'll throw this in and we'll put a coat down. Let's mix up some candy. So we're going to use the Dragonfly, wherever it is. Here it is. So Dragonfly pre-mixed. So when it's pre-mixed, guys, you want to mix it with a candy reducer. If it's a concentrate, you want to mix it with the FX Intercoat 1-to-1 with base coat reducer, then put your concentrate in here. Now we do recommend that you apply 10% of concentrated candy to your FX Intercoat. It's an extra step and it's an extra product that you got to buy, but if you buy the pre-mixed, it's really easy. So 1-to-1 with candy reducer. So we'll just take out this little safety thingy without making a mess. So 1-to-1, make sure you got the 1-to-1 there. You can go 1-to-1 on the cup or you can use the mils, it's up to you. I will probably just use the mils. So we'll go, I don't know, might go 300. Use our candy reducer. And we'll take it to 600. That will be 300 of each, 1-to-1. I hate when that happens. All right, up to 600. Right, that's ready to spray. Obviously give it a stir. So we'll get a nice clean stick, green to match. Mix that up. So as you can see, very transparent, and that's why it's important, and that's the reason why I'm going to paint all my edges first, and I'm going to flip the table over and paint it from underneath. Do all my edges. When I've got 4 coats of candy over all my edges, I'll then flip it over and paint the face, paint the top. So for this, I'm going to use my HTE 1.2 clear gun. You can do it in your base coat gun. I just like to do candies with the clear gun. The reason why is that I've got the new HTE CMP air cap. The HTE CMP 1.2 air cap. Now this atomizes the paint a little bit better, slightly goes on a little bit heavier. But yeah, I quite like it. Now don't forget, guys, when you're painting candies, make sure you use your candy filters, not your regular 190 micron filters. There can be a chance that in the bottle, the candy dye has actually seeded. And what seeding is basically the candy can clump together and it will go straight through the filter, the 190 micron filter, where these, I'm not sure what micron these are, but if the candy has seeded, it's going to be caught in that filter. So bit of a tip to save getting seeding on your job. Now all candies do it, doesn't matter where you get your candies from, they all do it. So yeah. And look at that, there's no seeding, which is good. That's what we want. But it doesn't hurt to just use one of them, because you never know until you pour it out. So that's ready to go now. Gun's set up. I'm gonna wind that fluid all the way in, so it's level, almost level with the top. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.5. Fan, yeah, I might wind that fan. I'll have a look at that once I'm in the booth. I might shut it up just a little bit. Make sure that we're horizontal with our fan and we're ready to start spraying. So you can understand now why I decided to flip it over and do the underside first and all the edges. Imagine if that was the top and I still had to put 4 coats of candy down over the top. It would look horrible and I'd be repainting it. So that's why it's always good to flip it over, do the intricate parts first, then do the top.